right, let's see if this is working. The YouTube selected thumbnail for my last video is just fucking great. That went well. Let's see here. Where is to go to view the channel? Oh, there it goes. All right, so let us see if that is working or not. There it goes. All right, so that's... All right, I'm going to use that headset better because I can still have my controller plugged in with the El Cheapo Turtle Beach fucking headset instead of the whatever this crappy garbage one is. So I'm gonna, what was this, like $10 on fucking Amazon? That's going in the garbage because I listened to a couple seconds to the audio from the last video, and you could hear the hum because I always have my PlayStation controller plugged in when I'm doing this shit, because otherwise I'd be running my controller dead all the time. So I always have it plugged in, and I noticed that when I was playing the audio of the last video I made, you could hear the hum because it was plugged in. Kind of like when you're on a car, whenever you have something plugged in, and you can hear that kind of buzz in the speakers, because there's usually a ground strap from the engine to like the body not, connected or whatever, or severed or rusted off or whatnot. And so you have an alternator that in a car that will cause buzzing in the speakers when you have something plugged into the cigarette lighter, that kind of shit. Yeah. So, all right, we'll go back to the Turtle Beach headsets. Hopefully, whoever's watching this, which I appreciate whoever's watching this. I can't imagine why the hell you'd watch me because it's boring as shit. I'm a 45-year-old fat man who lives in Central Texas, but I appreciate those who may be watching. It says 35 people watched the one from the other day. I'm just fucking mind blown at that. Anyway, so seeing as how 35 people apparently were watching that, yeah, we will, let me see here. Is this still? All right, cool. So, I want to make sure it was up. So I've got a page up here, and let me see if I can just, to be nice to the people who made this design that I'm going to make here. Channel's called Lex The Builder. He's got 237,000 subscribers on YouTube, 2.9 million views on this video that he made, she, whoever the fuck it is, made about a year ago. And I thought it was an interesting design, so I'm going to attempt to make it. So, I have like a YouTube inception here. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to probably make some changes to it as we go along. This one is going to be at this end of the spectrum. And when I'm done building this, I'll show you the Spanish villa that I think might also be from this same channel that I built yesterday. That I didn't stream for because my kid wasn't on, and then I didn't realize how many people had watched that other stream. I was like, what the fuck? So, all right, fuck it. I guess I'll stream while I'm doing this. I am awaiting a... what was I going to say? My wife and I have our son's graduation. I'm going to use the air quotations around graduation because he's pervasive development disorder, severe autism. So he's at school at the moment. He'll be home in a couple hours. And we're having a family pool thing. We have a couple relatives coming in from LA. My best friend and his wife driving down from Fort Worth. Wife's family, some members flying in from Wisconsin, some from Florida. In a couple weeks. So I had a long list of tasks that started in mid-March that I had to get done before that party. We don't throw parties. We're very non-social people, wife and I. But it was a list of shit that I had to get done. Getting the pool ready, clearing out the giant pile of metal and scrap metal in the backyard because I work on cars from time to time whenever people ask or I some need to. And I got out dealt with all that. Wife lost her keys at her fucking work. I had to get a couple of replacements, get my friend's scan tool, which is $800 for his scan tool, way more advanced than my $3,500 fucking piece of shit Snap-on scan tool. Uh, don't pay for union fucking made bullshit, people. Anyway, $3,500 from my fucking OBD2 scan tool from Snap-on, I don't know, a little less than a decade ago, and that fucker cannot program keys. My friend's scan tool he bought from fucking China. Yeah, that bitch can program keys for a 2010 Mazda 5. So, that was on the list. I got 2 keys ordered, cut, and then I programmed them for the wife's van. So that was on the list. I got a whole bunch of shit on the list that I was going to get done in the past couple months, and I fucking got damn near all of it done. Wife wanted some new pool steps that she ordered. Those ain't going to be here till 15th. Today's the 13th, so sometime between 2 days from now and 4 days from now. So basically, for the next day or two, I don't have anything huge on my list other than fucking around with the Honda outside that a customer gifted to me after I rebuilt his engine in 2024. It ran 29,000 miles, and then basically it is pissing oil past the piston rings. Or I should say, pissing combustion gases past the piston rings into the oil pan, causing it to just piss oil all over the fucking road. That's probably, I looked at the boroscope the other day, it's probably going to need a fucking engine. I'm not exactly sure. I had the machine shop install the piston rings and a bunch of other shit. And there's a Fast Track Automotive in fucking Belton. Not trying to like shit on people, but the machine shop I used to have in Wisconsin was actually really good. The ones down here I've been having problems with. So, but we're going to try to, we don't have a lot to do today in the middle of the afternoon. Wife doesn't have to work, I think, until, I don't know, today's Tuesday, so a couple more days. So, until she gets up, we got this shit to build, so that's what we're doing in the middle of the fucking day on a Tuesday. Let's see here. They have this design. Oop, fuck. I fucked that up. Hold on. Like I said, this is off of Lex The Builder's YouTube is what we're doing here. So, let me see here. So I got that there. I guess this is part of their weathered look. I'm not exactly sure. Oop. But yeah. So that's what's going on the fuck around here. And my apologies about my last stream. The reason why that abruptly ended is because my best friend called on his way home from work, and he works for a particular, I won't say what level, a government agency, we'll put it that way. And he was talking about his day at work and various things that are going on in that workplace, and I did not want that on the stream just because you don't want to risk people getting fucking shit canned over, venting to people about issues with the workplace. Not because of any sort of problems with the current head of the federal government, who he's actually a fan of, as am I, mostly. There's a few things I disagree with him on, with the orange man on, I should say. But generally speaking, very, very happy with most of the decisions of the administration. The Iran shit, I'm kind of on the fence about, because it's one of those, it depends on how you look at it types of things. I can see what the orange man is attempting to do, and it's a gamble with this Iran shit. It is a gamble. If it works, it'll be among the smartest decisions ever made. If it doesn't work, holy fuck. There are people speculating that his actual opponent is the City of London Corporation and all this other shit. I don't know. The part that I do agree with is I think that the primary opponent is fucking Europe. And I think it always has been. I think it always will be. I don't like Europe. I have no desire to go there. My opinion of Europe is that my Blackburn ancestors left the area between Manchester and the city of Blackburn in 1883 on a boat full of fucking Mormons. And they went to Utah. And, yeah, I think my was it great-great-grandfather went back once for like an elderly church mission. And after that, no one in the family's been back there since. I don't, there's parts of British culture that I like. You know, but generally speaking, I don't really give a flying fuck about Europe. Um, damn it. I am fascinated when they send people over here to the U.S. to, like, do reviews of Buc-ee's, which that shit is extremely entertaining, but I am seeing so many of those videos. It might just be my feed. Don't know. I don't. I know YouTube likes to, and Facebook and fucking Twitter. They all like to show you, based on what you previously watched, it'll feed you more shit that is along those lines. So if that's the reason, okay. But my observation is that there are a number of channels on YouTube that are sending Europeans over here to do reviews of various things. The most common one is the Buc-ee's gas stations, which I fucking love. I fucking love Buc-ee's. I will worship at the Church of Buc-ee's. But those videos are just all over the internet, and I keep having this feeling like somebody in our government is paying for them, which might not be the worst idea to increase tourism, because basically we send, on average in a given year, the United States and or North America in general, 4 times as many people go from North America and Europe, or excuse me, North America over to Europe than Europe sends people over to, like, the U.S. and Canada. As far as tourism, it's like a 4-to-1 fucking ratio. Like, people in Europe look down on America. Not everybody, just the fuckers who can afford to go on an airplane. Generally look down on the U.S. as some culturally backwards, backwater fucking redneck hillbilly bullshit. Which, to be fair, we have a lot of those, and those people are wonderful. You should hang out with them. I got one of those. As a friend of mine lives in Tennessee, about an hour and some change south of Nashville, and hillbilly culture is kind of like black culture. That's the part that's not in the hood. Those people are great. Black people in the hood, that's a separate conversation. Black people out of the hood, fucking wonderful. And even the ones in the hood, there's some cultural points that they have right that white people have wrong. But as far as the European conversation, yeah, fuck Europe. I don't give a flying fuck about Europe. So if there's a thing where people in our government are paying people on YouTube to come over and, like, do reviews of shit here in the U.S., especially Buc-ee's, things of that nature, I'm like, on the one hand, I don't want my tax money wasted for anything, ever, period. But on the other hand, if you're going to fucking waste it on shit, it's better than what the left likes to waste it on. At least it provides me entertainment value. So, yeah, we're just doing this here. This is supposed to end up being a castle. So, alright, so that step is done. Again, probably have to go into the description and, like, put in the address, or the web address of the YouTube video that I'm getting this from. Let's see here. It is I need to start doing, like, actual streams where I can put it picture in picture so I can see what I'm copying. Fuck, it's supposed to be logs. Okay, let me see. Where's the spruce log? That one? That one. Alright. It says... Okay. It says that. That one. Oh, missed the end. Damn it. Okay, and what's the next instruction in this video? 7 blocks upwards. Alright. 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 Is this going to end up being... Yep, that's going to be the same on that side, too. Oh. Alright. So, we'll do that twice. I wish there was a button to turn that fucker off right there. That guy's really goddamn annoying. Let's see here. Is it 7? One more. Yep. And then that exact same thing on the other side, I guess. Again, I did not create this fucking design. So I'm just following the instructions like a Lego set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see here. Okay. So that's that step. It's going to be another 7. Okay, so they're just going to go across the whole. Okay, so it's going to be basically the exact same thing I did the first time, but second level. All right. That it is. Okay. Let's see. Starting with. What the fuck are we? This one? This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Yep. I'm sure this is just riveting fucking television here. Okay. That there. Got that there. Should have just used the other one. Damn it. That there. Like I said, again, this is a design from Lex The Builder on YouTube. 237,000 subscribers. Seemed like an interesting idea. Alright, there's that there. The name of the video, because I'll put it in the description later. Name of the video is Minecraft: How to Build a Medieval Mansion from Lex the Builder. So, let me see here. That there. Oops, shit. Retardo. That there. Alright, that there. Alright, cool. Next step is what? Okay, so they want you to fill that up with that. Alright. I prefer my instructions like Lego shits. Okay, so this here I got, yeah, okay. Oh, this is just riveting television. I was watching thing earlier on Twitter from Mike Benz talking about the CIA's role in COVID, and that was some wild but not at all surprising shit. You telling me the CIA was involved in the creation of the Kung Flu? What a shock. I don't know if anyone else still calls it that. I refuse to ever call it COVID. The fucking stupid ass name. Kung Flu was much funnier. Of course that shit was created by our own fucking government. And they're not the only ones either. They had help from other fuckers. Like I read that this morning, or listened to it, I should say, from Mike Benz. I think he might be live on Twitter at the moment. And I was like, that was the most obvious fucking shit ever. Because there's no way that shit was natural. At this point, except for maybe 100 years ago, the Spanish flu, I'm struggling to find a situation, especially since the only time a vaccine has ever actually fucking done its job, with polio. Ever since polio, we have not cured anything. We treat everything. And, you know, if you look at the shit in Operation Northwoods, yeah, That's the kind of games that have been played since long before I was born in '81. That's what they fucking do. It's basically all female pattern brain bullshit instead of fighting wars or just going in and, engaging in direct military competition versus people you don't like. Now we're going to take them down with a fucking virus and pretend we don't know anything about it. Uh-huh. That is some female pattern brain bullshit. There's an old saying on that subject. Men stab you in the gut. We want you to know it was us. We want to see the light leave your eyes, that kind of crap. Whereas women stab you in the back because it's the safest for them. Yeah, that kind of behavior pattern is exactly what the CIA was created for. Engaging in competition that is indirect in nature. And trying to wipe out a bunch of people with a virus made by humans that was intended to look like it was natural. Yeah, that is peak female pattern brain bullshit. That is beneath the standards of honorable men. And frankly, the CIA really shouldn't exist. Its existence itself is unconstitutional, as is the FBI and a bunch of other fucking agencies. But that's a whole other conversation. But we pissed on the Constitution as a society almost as soon as the ink was dry on that document, so not like anyone's going to listen to me talk about it. We've been violating the Constitution since the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794. So, why stop now? Oop, shit. See, I got that wall hemmed in. I can't see that wall. Let me see. Oh no, I got the inside wall too. I got this one. This one. Really? Oh, okay. I can't see the inside of it, so we'll just do this. Like I said, I'm copying this design from Lex the Builder. I don't want people to accuse me of stealing fucking content. I am attempting to build a house from a design created by someone else. The reason I came back to Minecraft after I haven't been here, clearly there's going to be a door in that wall at some point. I just haven't gotten to that stage in the design yet, or of their design yet. The reason I came back to Minecraft is because I had finished a bunch of shit for Apex Legends, which is the game I primarily play. Although it is Tuesday, and they do have new weekly shit. So, after my kid goes to bed, he goes to bed early, like, fucking kid gets home from goddamn school. I don't know if it's a special ed thing, or not special ed thing, an autism thing, or a him thing, or what the fuck. My kid's 18, he's only got a few weeks of, I'll put it nicely, school, in quotation marks, left. And he likes to get off the bus, like, snack on a bunch of shit, and then and then go to bed basically by like 5:30 to 6. He'll pester me to play Minecraft, even though he doesn't really do anything. You can kind of tell by the stream the other day. He doesn't really do anything. He just sort of is there. On rare occasion, I might get him to, delete some fucking glass or something. But like, he just sort of watches me do shit. I don't know what's really in it for him. Like, I've been trying to. He's been like this for. I think we used. How long have I been playing Minecraft with him? Shit, that was probably 2019, 2020. About how long I've been playing with him. So now we're supposed to make it look like it's weathered or natural by doing this shit. Alright, so random ass blocks like this, like the other thing. I'm gonna do it right there. Okay, this is supposed to, I guess, make it look weathered, so we'll do that. Random ass spot over here. Fucking random ass spot over here. Oop. I don't. Yeah, whoever made. I keep saying he. It says Lex the Builder, but it's got a picture that's like purple and white, so I think it might be. I don't know if it's. Who the hell knows what anybody's gender is unless you actually meet them in person anymore? Everybody claims they're every fucking gender, even though there's only two of them. But anyway, I'm gonna keep referring to Lex the Builder on YouTube, whoever the fuck that is, as a he, because habit. I need clear weather. But anyway, he keeps putting. He puts a lot more of this weathering shit on effect than I do. I don't really think you need this much of it, but in Star Trek lore, you'd call it like battle damage to a model. Always been weird like that. For all my Star Trek models, I have like one that's got fake battle damage, and that was made by Johnny Lightning. Let's see that there. Not a huge fan of the battle damage look. I prefer my shit to look like it was when it left the factory. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do just one random one there. That's fucking plenty, I guess. I don't know. Looks like a goddamn Tetris board. Let's see that there. Okay, that looks way too symmetrical. Did not intend for that to occur. That should be plenty. Oh god, there's two more panels. Yeah, like I said, the guy puts way more into the weathering shit than I do. He's got like basically almost half of each of these walls. I should probably set the weather at a certain time and make it easier to. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. Where is the? It's turning the time of day into. That's the one. That one. Where's the damn weather? There we go. That one. All right. How the fuck was that now? While I'm making this thing. Let's see. There. That's fine. All right. I got that one. I got that one. All right. Next wall. All right. Let's see. What is the next one that they do? Is by putting a third fucking floor. Oh my! This is gonna be a tall motherfucker. Let's see here. Okay. Skip that. I got a whole second floor on this. Okay, boy. It's gonna be a tall ass fucking structure. Let's see here. Okay. He adds another 7 blocks over here. Damn, it's gonna be a fucking tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the next step, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, that's just one story over there. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oop. Sorry, I had to mute that for a second. Wife is up for the day. All right, so this is 7 blocks. This is another 7 here. It's a whole fucking third level. Oh my god. This thing's gonna be fucking huge. Huge. Fucking huge. Let's see here. Got that there. Oh my god, this thing is fucking tall. Another 4-post. That was too tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Holy shit. I know it's supposed to be a castle, but it can't possibly be like taller than. There's no way this thing is 4 stories. Holy shit. Alright. Jeez. Fuck me. This is riveting television here. Just fucking riveting. Oh, it's like watching paint fucking dry. Ah, it's great. Highly therapeutic. Fuck. Nope. Retard. Alright, this one actually goes all the way across, so not that one. Okay. You know what's funny is I watched a video yesterday. Had like 407 something thousand or 407 I think thousand likes, and it was like a guy who made a roller coaster in this game, and he made it underwater. And I'm like, you shitting me? You know, 500,000 views of a roller coaster underwater. Like after I'm done with this house, the next place this fucking track is going is gonna be which direction am I looking? That direction. Is going to be out over water where I have that line in the sky, because there's like a dreadnought tower on the opposite end of the bay. I want to call it a bay. That direction. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to make a bridge from island to island or showcase some shit that I did probably 3 or 4 years ago, where I literally created glass like near the one brick down from the top of the water, all the way across something, and then sponged out all the fucking water through the rest of the way, and then put sea candles all around the place so that you could literally drive underwater without having to have glass surrounding you. It's a way to do that. I haven't decided whether I'm going to try to like island hop that fucker from there to there, like it's World War II, or like it's going to be the war against China, or yeah, I haven't decided. Considering the amount of views some of these videos about an underwater roller coaster track, whatever being, I'm very, very tempted to plow that directly underneath the fucking ocean. I'd probably have to move the point over a bit, because if you do it right here, you have to go up and down constantly. Although, actually, after you sponge the whole fucking thing, which takes forever, worth it though, looks real cool. After you sponge the pathway through and then create a glass dome above it, or not dome, that's what I'm looking for. You have to have glass under the water, one brick down under the water, across whatever path you're going on, and then you sponge everything else around it so that the water cascades off of the glass downwards, so that when you're rolling the track through, it's just a waterfalls on both sides all the way across, which is infinitely more fucking impressive than putting glass through the shit. But let me see what that looks like at night. Oh yeah, it's already, now that's dark, so I'd have to light that shit up, but that's already pretty well lit. I may in fact end up just going underneath the fucking water, because what we need to do is go from there. Like I said, there is a dreadnought tower that way. I don't remember how far. There it is. From that way. And then I need to go back across this direction, because there's a whole bunch of... I looked out this direction. There's no towns as far as I can tell anywhere. But there's a fuckload of towns in that direction. For some reason, all of them are in like the desert, Middle Eastern area. And I've already plowed through several of those. So, yeah. When I'm... just for those who haven't seen it... But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna end up finishing building this thing, and then I will do a tour of the track so far. Cause my train tracks are I don't know what a mile in Minecraft is. They're really fucking far. I mean, really far. I carved all of this shit out myself. There was already a rather large cave system there. I dynamited the rest of the fucking roof and turned that into a giant sink bowl, and then put the waterfalls and all the other shit in. And then underneath, the bottom of that actually goes down to a waterfall that is underground, and then there's an entire cave system. As soon as I'm done building this fucking thing, I'll go show it. I've had this design up on my screen for like a week now. I just haven't started building it yet, so I'd kind of like to finish this thing first. Let me see what this is. Follow along and make the entrance. Again, the video I'm doing this from is on Lex The Builder's channel. Minecraft How to Build a Medieval Mansion Tutorial. So that's where I got this shit from. So that's done. I gotta weather that. Let's see. I'm not gonna put that many on the upper level. And if you hear noise in the background, it's the wife talking to her mother. Do, 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 do. They do women gossiping about various things. Her parents are going to be here, unfortunately, in a few weeks for the kids' air quotations graduation. So yeah, that'll be fucking fun. Let's put it to you this way: if you watch sitcoms from the 1950s through at least 2015 or earlier. I don't know. I haven't really watched like mainstream television since then because we cut the cord somewhere around 2018, 2019. Anyway, if you watch older sitcoms, it is a running thread in almost all of them that the dad or the husband or both or whatever has problems with the fucking mother-in-law, and not only am I no exception to that rule, uh, it is way more than usual in that regard. The nicest way I can put it. I'm usually a lot more direct about that subject, but anyway, at least I only have to see him once every couple of years, which is nice. And then they go back to Wisconsin, and I don't have to deal with them, which is frankly how in-laws should be. You come for a few days and then get the fuck out of my house. My wife doesn't have to deal with this because my birth mother, passed away in 2021, and she was mentally ill anyway. My birth father died in 97, and my adopted father died in 05, so my wife has never really had to deal with in-laws. So, but those of you who are guys who may be watching this that are married, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. The last thing you want in your house is your mother-in-law. Make you want to slit your wrists. Let's see here. That's too symmetrical. Fuck me, that's too symmetrical too. We just fucked that all to hell. Sure. One in the lower corner, why not? Alright. That's weathered-ish. That's weathered-ish. That's weathered-ish. Alright, and then the next instructions from this thing are to put stairs down here. Let's see. Is that one to that one? Ah, this is where I thought I was... Okay. So this is where I might run into a slight problem. Because I have this cliff set up just so. Brain. Put that there, and then we need a dirt patch. Alright, let's see. The map says to have it like that, so we're going to have to make some modifications to our little structure here. Or to our hill. Probably should have recessed this back on the bluff a little bit. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm not redoing all this. We'll just make a promontory point that comes off. Let's see, that's what they have there. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll have to redo the track around it. Let's see here, because actually, if I have that there, then that also means I need that there to get around it. Which means I need... We'll make that look a little less unfucking natural in a little bit. Or I might just... Actually, I'll probably just have to build out that whole hillside a little bit so it doesn't look quite so unnatural. Alright. Fuck it. But fuck it. Alright, let's go. See, it's there. If I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. Next step. Let's see. Okay, so it want the oak log. Where are you at? Oak log and then wood floors. Alright, and then get in there. These all look like giant dance hall floors. Alright, and then what? A doorway? I think was what I saw. So 3 wide doorway. How tall is this thing? So all but one to the top. Okay. Alright. And then what? I need that. Where's the stairs? That one. Fuck. There we go. There. And then dark oak trapdoor. Oh yeah, they're making it. Okay, so yeah, this is a really popular way to make fucking doors in this game. I've noticed. Dark oak trapdoor. My brain. It's up higher than this. That one. That one. Oh, make that. Yeah. Let's see here. The easiest way to do this is to. Okay, those instructions are crap. Anyway, this here. See, the bottom two are going to be the door, I presume, so. Alright. So they're going to probably use the dark wood door, I'm assuming. Yep, dark oak door. Alright, figured. Nope. Is it that one or is it set back a bit? I think it's this one. Nope, that opens outward. No carpenter would allow that. Okay. So there's that. Alright, now what? 6 blocks this way. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be like the foyer, I assume. Yep. Okay. Okay, that goes like that. Sorry, I'm watching a video on how to... Okay. So that goes... I want that there. Alright, and then they want wood stairs here. Okay, and then what, trapdoors everywhere? We'd like to cover that crap with trapdoors. That's a interesting woodworking tactic. Alright. Okay. Right there. Ah. Nope. Alright, that's how they want that. Okay, next. Let's see what we have here. Stone bricks. Okay. Okay, so 2 wide there. Alright. Let's see, they have that there, and then 1. You're gonna need 1. I don't think we'll be using that again. Let's see here, you got 1 in the middle. Right there. And that. Okay. Ah, yep. Get in there. I had that on the wrong spot, I think. No, wait. No, hold on. You actually don't need that. Okay. No, it's in the right spot. Okay. Then stairs. Ah, brain. Work. Alright. Let's see. That is second. No, hold on. Yeah, second down. That'd be there. And there. And then there. And there. Yeah. No, wait, hold on. I know I'm retarded, but... hold on. That's supposed to be that. That? Okay. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm kind of stupid. Alright, that's there. Yeah, they have candles and plants and bullshit in the corner. I guess. I don't really care about that. Okay, I got... oh, fuck it, we'll put the bushes in. Where's this pot thing? There's supposed to be a pot down here. Oh, where are we at? And I'm gonna need... where is the little pot thing? You. Right there. Okay. And then... they have a little plant of some kind. Isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what they did. They used a dead bush. And then Gentlemen, we all know we like no bush. Ha! Da 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 da. Let's see, where is the... You can really use any of these, I guess. They use the birch leaves. So, I guess we'll use the birch leaves. Alright, that's that there. Now what? Lamp post. There. Oop. Retardo. Let's see, do they hang it or they put it on top? They put it on top. I mean, it would look cooler if it was hung. Giggity. We'll see if it's a running theme in their design. If it is, we'll leave it. If it's not, then I'll end up changing it to hang it. Alright, next. Okay, that's... What do they want? Polished andesite. Alright. Let's see. Where the fuck is it at? Brain. Down here. That's polished tough. Polished andesite. Interesting. Alright. I got this here. That's one way of doing it. That is a way of covering a foyer, entryway, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Alright. Now what? Spruce stairs that go around for decorative reasons. Oh, they're going to make a whole other floor out of this. Oh, joy. Okay. Oh, I already have that on there. And then we need that fucking log back. Where's that? That damn log get off to? That one? That one. Alright. It's here. Okay, now what? What the? Okay, I have not seen that idea before. Fascinating. They're going to use a podium as a guardrail. Huh. I personally have not seen that before, but that does not... It's probably fucking everywhere for all I know. I just ain't seen that before. It's an interesting way to make a fucking guardrail. You. Fascinating. Oh. Yeah, from the outside it looks cool. Huh. Okay. Whatever. I ain't gonna make a doorway that is right here until 2 from the top. So, okay. And they want wood stairs out of what the fuck? Oak. Ah, retard. Oh yeah, fuck. See, now that just looks weird. I can get that stripped oak log, or that other, yeah, stripped oak log back. Alright. Flippy door, double door. Huh? Interesting way of doing shit. Double door. Nope. dumbass. Yep. Okay. And where's the next thing at? It's cutting out 3 windows. Okay. In this general area. One from the top. Let's see, got that there. Okay. Next. Oh, 2 more over here. All right. Okay. They don't have stained glass in this game, so I'm making 3 across the top there. Okay. Interesting. That one goes 2 from the top. Okay then. Next. Okay, so they're actually going to put glass in them instead of like, oh, that is interesting. Brain right there. I kind of expected, honestly, looking at this design, I kind of expected them to use like crosses or something in the window where like air could get through instead of actual glass. But oh, that's why it looks weird. Whoever's made the Lex the Builder, who made this mod on you or not mod, uh, design on YouTube. They have a add-on or a mod, this whatever the hell it is. It makes their glass look different than my glass. That's what that is. Interesting. Okay. Because on their windows that you don't see, and this is was it Lex the Builder, their YouTube channel, 237,000 subscribers. This is where I got it from. Minecraft: How to Build Immutable Mansion. I'll probably have to go back and put the link to the actual video in the description, but this is the design I'm building off of. I may or may not modify it as I go. But there, if you look at their thing on that video, you don't see any of the lines here, the cross lines. You don't see any because they're some mod they have on their game. A skin pack or something. Alright. Next. Trapdoor. Trapdoor. Interesting. So they're going to use trapdoors for a shelf. Let's see, it'd be this square. Looks like this square. And then the third one over this way. Okay. And then they're going to put pots and shit again. Oh my god. More plants that I have to change out the stuff in my inventory again. That's it? Just pots, no plant? The hell? That ain't right. Oh, now they're going to work on the interior. They're just going to put pots there. That's weird. Huh. Okay. You do you, boo, I guess. This one here. This one here. Huh. Well, I'm not gonna fuck with pots right now. I hate changing out my inventory. I want to do interior work. We'll go back and deal with that later. I'd like to get this structure done. Oh, they're gonna carve windows out. Okay, fine, whatever. All right, so 3 of those above the inside of the downstairs door. Oops. Retardo. That one. All right. Okay. Now what? Windows? All right, so they start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th over. 1 above the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a 9 grid and then 1 more. Next. That one is also 4 away from that wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 9 grid. There's that window. Okay. I could put actual glass bricks through it. Alright. Oh, no, not... Oh! What the... That is a interesting style choice. Okay, then. Fascinating. That's a choice. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but that's definitely a choice. Next. So 3 over from this here. Okay. And then these 2 here. Interesting. That's going to be a big fat grid to the ceiling. Retardo. Is this like the Great Hall or some shit? Okay. Okay. And then, of course, replace the floor because that looks, you know. Alright. Let's see. Stone brick stairs. Oh, yeah, for your arches. Yeah. Oop, fuck. Get up there. Okay. That's going to be a 2 grid over here. How many away from the wall is that? Let's see. It's 1 away from the wall. Alright. Right? Or is that too tall? Oh, that's correct. Okay. I'm going to do 2 of those. Alright. Okay. Huh. Okay. You're going to carve a door that is 2 off of this side. Okay. And that does not go all the way to the top. That goes about the same height, I think. Nope. Okay, so 2 from the top. Alright. And an archway, because stylistics. Okay. And then in this room, see, that is, where is that at? They have a hole into the ceiling. How many bricks away is this? That's 1. That is 1 brick over. Okay. Oh, they're going to do a ladder. I think your castle guests are going to fucking love that. I may go back into this and add a stairway later, because that's kind of stupid. That's a 6 wide, that's a 9 wide in that wall. Okay. Gonna be glass or what? Oh, they're gonna do that weird thing again with the, yep. Okay. Interesting. Not choices that I would make, but okay. Alright, and then you need, let's see here. That one, where are we at? Oh, need to go outside. Fuck. Hold on. Oh, that is outside. That'll work. Okay. Coarse dirt, a zublana, and a flower bed. Yeah. Okay. Dirt. I have a flower bed here. And where's that damn trapdoor? They have this type on it. So we'll do that. You gotta put them on the bottom too, otherwise it just looks weird. Oh. Okay, and then what, like tulips and some crap? Oh, sure, why not? That one they have. That one they have. There's a little white bastard. You. Alright, oop. Okay. They got that one on the left. Oh, look at that. Texas colors. Blue on the left, red stripe top, white stripe bottom. Hell yeah, brother. Alright, next. That's fixed. We're going to do this to each one of them? Yep. So flower boxes for all these. Go around and make another one. Yep. Flower box there. Flower box there. So every one of the glass windows has that and a flower box. Okay. Where am I at? They don't have any of those there, but over here they do. Is it this one? Yeah, that. That is that one. That one, that one. That one, that one, that one. Okay, and then they have a flower box around these. Oh shit, got rid of the dirt. Retardo. I can't hit that from over here. Giggity. Oh, dumbass. Okay. That one there, and that one there, and that one there, and that one there. Whatever. Okay. We'll fix the grass when I get back after the house is done. Alright, so those are done. Okay. Now they go back to inside the house to do what exactly? Alright, looks like interior construction. Alright, we'll put the grass back now then. Oop. Alright. Stupid fucking animals. Get out of there. Get. Thank you. Alright, now, where's the inside here? Okay. Where was this at? Front door, there's your glass. That's that room. Back of that room. Starting with right there. Four? Looks like four. Okay. Spruce stairs. Yep, along the wall. Anything to support them? Not really. Okay. Oh, I see. Is the thing here? Da, 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 da. Nope. Okay. That's what they have. That's an interesting way to do a... What the hell? Okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to modify their design because their designs for this particular section sucks. We are going to put That there, along with, where are we at? You. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. That's funny. Anyway, I don't think they have anything behind this, but whatever. And what we'll do is we will... I guess you can't do it from that side once it's done. All right. So what they have is some fence railing and a thing, which is okay. It just looks stupid. Yeah, we're just not going to do that. Unless there's some reason to change it later, which I don't think there is. And you can actually do that, or sometimes what I like to do is just run that bitch to the ceiling. Which, you know what we'll do is we'll do this one higher. That's kind of an interesting way of doing it, or really looks better yet if you just run it to the ceiling. Yeah, that's wide enough. You know what I do? Yeah, I'm just gonna run it to the ceiling. Alright. So you actually just do that. Thing. There's going to need to be a lot more light in here, though, at some point. Yeah. Like I said, their version of it was an open staircase with, like, no support. The other option is to, actually, the last one. You know what you want to do in the last one. I think about it. I forgot all about this. Or, better yet, that. You kind of make that, yeah. Yep. There you go. That'll work. That's better. Yep. Alright. It's the only modification I made to the design so far. I like that. might just... That's probably better. Okay. Oh, they have this now. Let's see, what's the next one? Another stair? Looks like another stairway. Okay. That, for some damn reason, starts immediately upon... The hell? Okay, they're going nutso with the stairways in this video. Don't know why you would make a stairway that way, but okay. That's a choice. Okay, so what they want to do actually this in the video is go up here to the stairs and then literally make another stair, like starting, what, right there? And then that stair goes up to the third floor, which just makes no fucking sense at all. Just, yeah, that decision makes no sense. So what we'll do is we'll go up here. Let's see, here we are. Yeah, we're right there, so we can go... probably there. Yeah, there you go. Nope, I fucked up. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Okay. You can go there. Basically do the same shit. That would make more sense. Or actually, since this overhangs on the third row... Yeah, that overhangs the third row, so... fuck that. We will do... Yeah, I suppose you could just put... Oh, you know what we can do is put guardrails. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Let's see, you have to have something to start with, so... Nope. Okay. Alright, and then what we can do is do like a... Let's see. Try to do a railing, maybe? Nope. That doesn't really work. Let's try... something... Is there one that looks like wood? Or... Let's see what that looks like. It has the same problem. Interesting. So that ain't gonna look any particularly good. So, alright. Let's see here. So what we can do is... Yeah, that's not really a lot of room to maneuver. And that needs to be a certain width in order to be able to get up the stairs. So, okay, so we'll just have to do it like that. Okay, let's see here. If I go on random mute like that, it's because the wife is getting my attention for something. Is there a better looking trapdoor? Not really. Oh, thank you, wifey. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. There are no better options except maybe that one. Got all these little. I don't know what to do with these yet. Let's try that one. Yeah, that'll make it interesting. Fuck it. Probably not going to go in this house a ton anyway. So I'm modifying the original design from, I don't remember who the hell I'm copying this from. Lex the Builder. I think I said that in this video, or this stream a fuckload of times. No idea who the hell that is. Just an interesting design for a house that caught my attention. Already built a British house, a Japanese house, an Arabic, it's a mixture of, there's a building that kind of looks like a church, is kind of a library, and as soon as I get done building this house, I will go show it. It's interesting. It's in the let's see. So this giant bowl is in the middle of an area that is directly after the British House little town area, and that area is after the desert town that has that aforementioned building in it. I'll go show that in a minute. Nope, dumbass. Can't do that because you have, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do those last two. Only those last two. It's kind of the best I think you can get there. It still looks like shit. Well, let's see if I do this. Let's do, yeah, you know what we'll do? I have a better idea. I have a fucking better idea. Let's try that. Okay, maybe not better. I spoke too soon. Yeah, the area of this room that they chose to put this in, not good. All right, we'll spruce this up a bit. Yeah, we'll do that there. Yeah. see if that's... Okay, that's what I was trying to do, but because that's too close to a fucking wall, yeah, then you get that. Yeah, that's a different way of doing a fucking staircase, I guess. If you had it 3 wide... And you'd have to... Yep. Hold on a minute. I have a better idea. No, you go there. You do that. There you go. It's better, I guess. They don't really have a good stairway thing in this game. Anyway, all right, next. That's okay. So they carve out more wall or more windows. There's another window. Oh, that's why they didn't do that, because they're gonna fuck. Okay, never mind. Where's that damn glass at? Yep. So my design went right out the fucking window, quite literally. That's why you always check all the instructions, kids, before you build. Alright, well, my idea for the left side of this stair, nah, it's not going to fly. Alright. See here, there. That is interesting. It's probably why they have the stairway in further. I still don't like it. You know what? I got an idea. Alright, we'll have to see what their design comes with. I'm not going to keep that, probably. Fuck it. The windows there make it look weird. Alright, no, we'll just have a freestanding fucking stairway, I guess. It's just kind of weird. Whatever. And I will again reiterate on, was it Lex the Builder? On their version of this, whatever this design is, they have a stairway that starts here and goes up that way. And, yeah, you're not going to see, in a lot of buildings, whenever you do, when you see stairs and shit, they generally like to do them stacked so that they take up the least amount of space in a building. It's just sort of how, you know, when they build shit, it's just sort of how things get work. So there's that. All right, let's see if the rest of the designs. I got windows in the back here. Yep, there's windows in the back there. That will still work though. Whatever. Okay. There's 2 windows. So they have 2 windows cut in. Where was this other one? 2 across. What am I looking at? Interesting. They have that one there. I guess I got 1 across. Okay. Okay. So over here on number 4, 5. Two from the top. All right. And what do they do with this? They put 2 stairs there. Obviously, gonna have to change the floor. The hell did my stairs go? The other stairs. Not those stairs, the other stairs. The stairs. That there. Okay. 2 trapdoors, 2 doors. That figures. Alright. They just have it open that way? No, oh, that's actually 2 doors. Okay. Interesting. Let's see it that way. No, wrong. Okay. Let's see. More windows carving out. So, to the immediate left of here. Let's see how far up that went. 1 from the top. Yep, 1 from the top. I needed the damn fucking glass back. Where you at? Okay. Oh, it was a 3 wad. I guess we're changing this shit up. Okay. Alright. Massively large windows. Because reasons, I guess. Oh, they're doing that crap again. Oh boy. Okay. Nope, not that one. That one. Fascinating. I have not seen anybody do this crap this way. That's a weird fucking window, man. I'm probably not going to keep that. What? It's part of their Lex the Builder, whatever, design. So we'll keep it in there for the moment unless I modify it further. I already modified the staircase. Spruce trapdoor. Okay. Is these like shutters? I'm looking here. Okay. Okay, weird. They just leave shutters hanging on the outside. That's bizarre. Whatever. I'm assuming there'll be something later in the video that explains the purpose of this shit. Or what it's supposed to look like. Fuck it. Nope, wrong. Okay. And it just has this one. It doesn't have two of them, it just has one. It's a weird little design. Maybe there'll be another one later. Like, I could understand if this was supposed to be like shutters or something. But you just have the one side hanging out. That's bizarre. Alright. Next. Let's see. Okay. Go back over this side. And this would be 3 over. Okay. That's a 9-pack, 12-pack. It's a 12-pack door. Okay. Aight. I want you to use those. Let's see. There you go. That. Now what? Just an opening, huh? Okay, then we're back to stone. Where are we at? Okay. So that's a okay. Let's see. This is how they have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is going to be one of the towers or some shit, probably. 11 blocks up. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that's going to be an entire tower. All right. Okay. Oop. I'm going to assume that this all leads to the endpoint because when I looked up this thing originally, it looked pretty fucking cool. But having stones, like in real life, having that much stonework on top of that much wood, that stonework brings that whole fucking thing down, gravity-wise. So, we'll see how this looks. I understand it's a video game. It's fucking fantasy. But, you know, you try to make some shit realistic as best you can within the confines of the medium. 3 wide over here. Okay. With a stair. And probably a door. Dark oak door. Okay. Nope. Dumbass. That's a choice. And a ladder going up to the top. Okay, great. See here, they want the ladder to the right and in the middle. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. And cobblestone stairs. Okay. How do they have this? Oh, with a square in the corner. Interesting. Where's my brain at? Stone shit's down here, isn't it? Yep. No, wait. Ew. Sorry. Oh, wrong spot. Brain. There we go. Okay. Have that there. Okay. And then what goes on it? Oak fence. Okay. Observation tower. Observation tower. Okay. And what? Interesting. Okay. Huh. Okay. All right. Fencing it is. Let's see here. And then they have that there. And that there. That there. Yep. At you. Okay. All right. And where the hell are we? You. Oh, it's the dark crap. Never mind. Isn't it? Dark oak slab. Yep. They like that dark chocolate. Okay, so that's just gonna go across. Okay. So dark oak stairs. Well, if you try to put them in this one, let's see here. Give it that way. That way. Okay. Interesting. Okay. There you go. Next. Like building a Lego. Or building one of the wife's Chinese Lego. Those are always Those are always an entertaining time. Most of the time, the little Chinese baked Lego fit together pretty well. Not all the time. Okay. That off there. So what is this, a 9 grid? Yeah, 9 grid. Okay. Okay, then what? Interesting. Yep, yep. Okay. Then 3 on top of that. Okay. That it? Oh, yeah. Deep slate tile wall. Let's see, where the hell is it? There you are. Okay. There. 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 Let's see, how high did they go up on those? Okay. Just one each? Looks like just one each. And then one at the top. Alright. And then 2 with the wood. Oh, with the dark wood. Not dark wood, excuse me. Yeah, it would have to be dark wood. There we have that one. Alright, so that's interesting. Huh. I was gonna say, if this was built any further that way, you'd almost be able to see British House. Oh, no, wait, actually, yeah, you have to be about this far. Yeah, you'd have to be about that far. Ooh. So if you're halfway between, if this had lights on it, which it doesn't have any yet, you could actually see. Interesting. Okay. Anyway. We will bang this off into the ocean a bit. That's the next place this track's going to go. I have not yet decided whether I am going to plow through the ocean or from island to island. It would be a lot faster to go from island to island. Alright, we'll leave that right there for now. Well, you're certainly, from this tower, going to have an outstanding view of that giant-ass pit. And for those who haven't seen it, that giant-ass pit has an entire world underneath it. Noon. Yeah. That's a wall of water. That is bridges that go through and across. Do, 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 do. That's a whole thing. Looks really neat when it's like sunset and shit. There's a river running up the track. And then just sort of emerges out into the giant bowl, as it were. Let me see here. Yeah, when you come down here, you see with the water, with the sunset, you can catch the red, which is kind of neat. See that? Yeah. That is pretty. I like that. So, yeah. Looks real pretty. It's, if you happen to roll through here on this track at sunset, it looks real fucking pretty. I may have to make more of those. Anyway, this is the whole fucking thing down here. Like I said, wall of water. Should probably put some fish in there, some shit. Anyway, the castle overlooks this giant fucking pit. Yeah, hanging bridge. Oh, look at that. That is really pretty off the left side. See all the red over there? That's neat. You know, you can actually catch a little bit in the waterfall there. That heads across. And yes, this all works. And then that track goes through the forest there and heads over to that town. One of many towns on this fucking track. And that town's got, I added to it. Well, I added the roads to it because they did a weird thing in this game where I have to go down to the soil to actually explain it. This shit right here, you used to be able to build tracks on that, and now you can't. I don't know why you can't. You just can't. Can't. Yeah, literally can't do it. Well, let me. You want me to there? Well, let me do it. So, you used to be able to build track on that. So, like, whenever you wanted to just, run, like a dirt road through a town and then run a track on the dirt road through the town, you could just do, put rail on top of there. And then whenever you needed a powered section, you would just take that out and put, like, regular fucking dirt in it. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, you could literally use any of these dirt and then put, the torch under the dirt, and that would make it, powered rail, like right there. But you can't put rail on these no more. I don't know why. It's fucking weird, man. I don't know when that update occurred, but it was before I started playing it again. I haven't played it in like 6 to 12 months. So yeah, that's gone. So now you have to figure out a way to do the same roads through a town, and you can't use those, cool little recessed, beaten down dirt shits. So if you want it to look, good or uniform, or whatever, or be able to just run track on the road through town, you have to use that shit, which is what the hell's it called? That right there, packed mud. So you got to use packed mud if you're doing roads through town with rail on top, which is weird. Anyway, you got there was a video I watched of exactly how to get that to occur. It takes a process. They're supposed to be a little taller. It didn't turn out quite like I had hoped. They're supposed to be like little bar stool seats, but whatever. It's the best you can do. Yeah, by basically putting an armor holder thing there, and then putting pistons on top of that, and then putting like a piece of dirt under the piston, and then activating it so the piston shoves the armor and the thing downwards. So these are actually 3 fucking helmets that have been smashed through pieces of wood. Yeah, some channel I found that on. That was interesting. They were supposed to be like bar stools about as high as where that cross is. But instead they ended up being sort of more into the floor. But they're not into the floor, they look like little buttons. It's kind of weird. But those are actually diamond helmets that have been like black smashed. I don't know why, because I don't engineer this game. They have been turned to black from being smashed. I don't know why, but they were blue. And they're supposed to be bar stools. That process didn't work out quite as well as I'd hoped, but it's all right. Anyway, you got what's supposed to be like it was supposed to be a sushi stand. I'm viewing it as a taco stand because I live in Texas and I fucking love Mexican food. Especially brisket tacos. Oh, for the love of God, it's so damn good. This is supposed to be like a fish restaurant. Some design somebody came up with. And there was a giant sign on top of it and everything. I took that off and just made it into that. So you just have like a bluish shaped house. And I just made that off my own. And this is another house some other person came up with. I was like, that's neat. It'll go in a little British town thing. So you got that and then the giant British house estate thing. Georgian house? I don't know what to call it. It vaguely looks like either the colonial U.S. or old-ass Britain. Anyway, I'll give you a quick tour without actually running the rails, because it takes too long to run the actual rails. I need to make a waterfall in that pit. Yeah, I have the lights in the sky so I can remember where the hell things are at that I've already found. But that rail goes through there, comes out that bridge, goes over to here. Actually, I can get rid of this section. I'll do that on the way back. To that thing. It's another design I found on YouTube. Which is, I believe it's supposed to be like a library doodad thing. But, yeah. It's pretty cool from far away. Anyway. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a library or some shit. I don't know. I made some modifications so you can actually walk around the stairs without falling the fuck off. There you go. All that effort just for a lectern. Whoever made this design didn't put anything else up here, which is kind of weird. But the design is cool. Anyway, there's that. I copied that. That was neat. Just a giant-ass open doorway. Because it's so fucking hot, we don't care about keeping air conditioning inside. Anyway. It vaguely looks Russian or Middle Eastern, depending on how you view that kind of thing. I like it, though. It's nice. Anyway, and then I made the standard buildings in this town into giant-ass apartment complexes. Because, you know, you need a slave labor force, immigrant workforce, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Choose your own economic term. What was really funny is, like, after I built all this, and I put beds in every one of them, I'm pretty sure there aren't any females in this game. So these little fuckers, who are like, I call cactus cooler dudes, they started getting busy with, and now they're all going to come out. They started getting busy with the other ones and started making little versions of themselves, which was, not gonna lie, a little gay. Very interesting. I set this up too. Let's see if it's not actually, I don't think it's actually collecting anything, so I'm pretty sure I didn't set this up correctly. I actually don't know how to do those. But yeah, there's a bunch of fuckers in this town. I built this entire agricultural split. We got melon production on point, yo. Anyways, giant-ass apartment complex. Yeah. So, you just got your immigrant workforce or whatever. Love the uniforms. Made all that. All the town buildings are all the same, but I modified the landscaping and everything else. Because the way that this town, or this game generates buildings and towns is very fucking strange. You have to, in order to get it to look anywhere near realistic, you have to heavily modify it. It's like a little central park or a pet piss area, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so they just come out in the daytime and they grow my crops, as it were. We'll call them sharecroppers, sure. I just built the beds. They just sort of appeared on their own. There was originally like 3 or 5 of them in this whole town, And as soon as I put beds in these buildings, all of a sudden they just, you know, got busy multiplying. Now there's just fuck tons of them. So I didn't really plan or want or wasn't like trying to have a slave labor force, but yeah, there you are. A slave labor force that does not collect any food because I don't have this in survival mode, so I don't really care. Um, but yeah, they just come out there, they watch the crops, and then they go to sleep at night. And if I put more beds in this down, they'll get busy and have more little uns. This reminds me of that race in fuck was it called? The Seth MacFarlane attempt at Star Trek. Fuck it. The Orville. When they had a race called the Mocklins, I believe they were, where they were all male and their children were all male, which actually started out as so of course they were all gay. Started out as actually a really interesting, cool kind of concept of like how you would handle having an all male fictional civilization. And then of course, they had to start with the feminist bullshit. Oh no, there's actually like a few of them that are female and they've been oppressed and they're victims on some planet and it's oh shut the fuck up. I was more entertained by this product when you were making it about gays. You made it about the women and fuck off. But anyway, that's where this track goes. First couple seasons of the Orville, outstanding television. Season 3 all went to hell. And it was even actually interesting when they were doing the theoreticals of like what if you had a trans in a society full of nothing but gay males? I was like, okay, write a good story. First couple episodes on that subject, not bad. Then they had the feminism aspect, and I went, okay, fuck off. And it was like, the original story in those episodes was that they started out, like I said, with an all-male race, and it was some genetic fluke that they had a girl, and there was like the moral question of whether or not they should change it to a boy since the entire civilization is 100% male. There are no females in this fictional Mocklin civilization in the Orville. And you had, of course, the humans acting like the left wing, putting their fucking 2 cents in, trying to tell the Mocklin civilization what they should do, cause my morals and whatever. And it's like, basically interfering in another civilization's fucking business, which of course is exactly how the civilization viewed it, as interfering in their fucking business, which is exactly what it was. We have another house here somewhere. What the fuck is there? It is. It's just a shack in the fucking woods. I might make something more of that at some point. Not sure. Oh, look at that. Hey, look at that. It's Xi Jinping. Oh, wait. He's not a yellow bear. Never mind. It has to be a Pooh bear in order for it to be the head of China. I don't know why that guy gets so fucking mad about being compared to Pooh Bear, but it's fucking funny. Nothing against the Chinese. I don't like the CCP. So... that's a whole thing. And we're probably going to end up in a war against those fucking people within the next decade or two, so. Whether anybody wants it or not is irrelevant. It's going to happen. There's some really cool shit in China. Their government's a little out of pocket, man. I got this other town. Let's see here. Built that. So what I need to do is see how it does the roads when you let it do its own fucking roads. The roads are all shit. Yeah. So that's why you have to get like the packed mud and go through and literally make fucking streets so that it looks like an actual town. Or you had to do what I did here, which is to put grass in there and then run track on instead, because they will not let you run track on this shit no more for reasons that are unclear. So at some point, I'm going to need to go through here and literally make streets made out of packed mud, level out the town, put a bunch of effort in to actually make it look like it would be workable. Didn't feel like doing it when I ran the rail through here originally, but like I'm going to have to run all these streets onto being packed mud so that it will actually, and then lay out a street grid so it'll actually look somewhat civilized. or I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call that. This here, I made that entire hill. Runs through here to Japan House. By the way, for those of you who are not aware, these are God's actual chosen people. It is not the Jews. It is the Japanese. I will die on that fucking hill. I fucking love the Japanese. And most other Asians. Really love Filipinos. Koreans are pretty good too, except for their cars. Their cars are fucking terrible. They didn't used to be. It used to be actually not half bad. And then they went and poached an executive from fucking Audi in like 06, 07. And then all the quality, as far as reliability of all their cars went to hell. But until then, they used to make halfway decent cars that were actually Korean in origin. Everything else from Korea is mostly pretty fucking good. Barbecue's outstanding, hot women, outstanding video games, Stellar Blade. Oh yeah. Just their cars that are just fucking awful. Anyway, yeah, you got Japan House. Yeah, it's a massive deck. I got a big deck, and I cannot lie. That is a giant deck. Anywho, let me put this at nighttime so you can actually see what this is. There we go. It's probably my dream house right there. Except, the only criticism of Japanese houses, no insulation, or very little insulation, no air conditioning, paper-thin walls. Yeah. That I would modify. Although there's a couple people I watch on YouTube that Japanese craftsmen that are fucking outstanding. Seriously, I feel like we're getting gypped with home construction here in the U.S. It ain't shit compared to Japan. You see those people build something, it's fucking top-notch quality perfect. That is a town right there that I have not yet built a rail to. I have the other end of the rail goes all the way that way, so I'll show you in a second. But that's the first thing I built on this map. I searched around for a hilltop with cherry trees and shit that had a half-decent view. And yeah. You know, come to think of it, this here, yeah, this is not needed anymore. I'll get rid of this. Because the way that the rail's going to run, it's going to not go anywhere near here. It's going to go that way. Get rid of that while we're here. Yep. Where that line off to the right goes, that's where the rail's going to go, so we don't need it to actually run this way. Anyway. Okay. We can leave that, yeah. So, oops. Missed one fucking cube. Come here, little shit. There you go. Oh, missed two. The Great Retardo. Missed three. Damn! Alright. So now that doesn't need to have that above it anymore. Alright, so then that rail goes to Japan House. Goes around to a little bridge. I filled all of that in and then flooded it. So you can have a nice looking valley. It just sort of snakes around the cherry trees, which is very pretty. And goes around there so you can see that city that I don't have rail to yet. And goes down here. And goes all the way over here to Spanish Villa House. Finished that yesterday, off stream. Yeah, routed the track. And nice. Except those damn sheep keep getting in. I have to figure out how to... And I have a closed gate. So, I don't know what I'm not doing correctly, but somehow they keep getting up in there. Eating up my grass. Little shits. Anywho. Lovely pool vista. Look at that. Get your backyard. Get your nice pool. There you go. This is pretty much when we get land here in Texas. Right now we have a 21 square hundred or 2100 square foot house on a point one three acre house in Texas. We get some land in a few years. I intend to have a actual pool and some sort of fire pit vaguely similar to this in my backyard, and I can just retire there and die happy. And if I get really lucky, I might find a piece of property that'll let you actually get buried on your own fucking land, since that's my dream. I don't want to be in some fucking cemetery, and I don't want to be in some wall in a box. I want to be on my land. You want to build a skyscraper in like 50 years, you're going to have to build it over my body. Anyway, you got this here. So I put the streets in, see how much nicer they looked in that last town? Yeah, I got to go through that last town and redo all the damn streets. Anyway, so that goes through. Oh, the nice little fish. Anyway, Spanish Villa. Out the front of Spanish Villa. Across the bridge. Very nice, the Spanish Villa. That goes over here. So we've had a British house, Japanese house. I got a medieval castle. I've got a few other pages up for some ideas for desert. Oh, and then the I don't really know what the hell to call it. Church thing, I guess. In that one town. And that is the line that needs to go that way back to that town that is near the Japanese house. And this goes right there along the cliff edge down there. I was building this yesterday or the day before while watching Captain Steve's YouTube channel talking about that pedestrian that walked across the fucking runway at Denver International. That was some wild shit. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so you got this here. Yeah, like I said, I was building this while I was watching, of course the wife has to start vacuuming. Ha! Fucking women. Insert jokes. Okay, so, like I said, I was building this the other day while I was watching that video of the guy who walked across the runway at Denver International Airport. That was some wild shit. They're like, that person committed a what's the YouTube friendly word? Unalived? Yeah, that. They unalived themselves. That's not entirely what happened. They're like, well, they think it was intentional unaliving or the suicide word. Yeah, bullshit. That guy was on fucking drugs. So that thing happened at DIA because that motherfucker was high as the Rocky Mountains. I don't know what substance he was on, but that motherfucker was high as fuck. So this is where the other end of the track is in this cave. I'm in the middle of blasting the ceiling out in order to make this like an open pit cave. And then this leads to a better cave. That is, the hell is it? Let's see, it's over from here, that direction, and down, I believe. I thought I had the openings. Where's the damn opening? Is that it? That's it. The opening for it's down here somewhere. Problem is finding scared the hell out of me. Hold on a second. That would be my buddy Joel. Alright. So that would be my best friend Joel calling me from up in Fort Worth. So I am going to pause the stream and take that call, and then I will be back on in a little bit.